रामानुजदयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुग्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नः कुलपतेर्वकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूर्धना भूतं सरश्च महदाह्वयभट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणुपरकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् वन्दे वृन्दावनचरं वल्लवीजनवल्लभं जयन्ती सम्भवन्धाम वैजयन्ती विभूषणं वाचं निजाङ्करसिकां प्रसमीक्षमाणः वक्त्रारविन्दविनिवेशितपाञ्चजन्यः वर्णत्रिकोणरुचिरे वरपुण्डरीके बद्धासनो जयति वल्लभचक्रवर्ती. We began with describing the greatness about the person who is the protagonist of this work. He who trods on the land that is infested with Vrinda, a type of thorn, Vande Vrindavanacharam. I celebrate and prostrate the one who is the beloved of the Gopika Stris, Vallavi Janavallabham, the one who is born on the day when there is the Muhurta of Jayanti, Jayanti Sambhavan Dhama. The star is, the Tithi is, the Paksha is, and the month is. So Shravana month, Krishnashtami, Rohini Nakshatra together is called Jayanti Muhurta, Jayanti Sambhavan Dhama. The one who sports a multi-hued flowered garland called Vaijayanti. That Krishna I celebrate. That Krishna is going to bestow me with the grace with which I am going to write this poem. This particular work may be written by me. The poet says, may be written by me. It may have a few flaws, but I am sure the Rasikas, the Bhaktas, the Astikas, the Bhagavatas, the audience for this work will forgive the flaws in my work, like how the audience to a solo dance concert in the Margam style may forgive one or two slips in the dancer, considering the sincerity and the loyalty that the artist holds towards the dance. Third, he continues describing the greatness of this Vamsha, beginning with Chandra. Chandra, who has emerged from Bhagavan, Chandrama Manaso Jataha, that Chandra which ends up cooling all of us. In fact, we are in the month of Margasirsha or Margari. It begins with the Pasuram, Margari Tingal Madi Nirainda Nannalal. What does Tingal mean? Now, Tingal in Tamil has two meanings. One, the moon. Second, the month. Margari Tingal in this Pasuram means the month of Margari. Margari Tingal. In that he immediately uses, because we will be confused whether he has used the word Tingal to denote the moon or the month. Because Margari Tingal is the month of Margari, or it could be Margari's Tingal, the moon in the month of Margari. That is why she immediately uses the word Madi. Madi denotes moon. So then Tingal has to denote the month, because you cannot have in the month of Margari, in the moon, Margari's moon, which is the moon. Correct, the line cannot translate that way. So Margari Tingal, Madi, which is the moon, Nirainda Nannalal, it is complete. So this particular word, moon, is denoted to indicate the progenitor of this particular Vamsha. So he says, I salute to the moon. Then in that moon's Vamsha, moon's son was Buddha. In the Navagrahas, two are covered here, moon and Buddha. Correct. This Buddha had a son called Pururavas, whose lady love was Urvashi. Very good. In that Vamsha came Nahusha, who was cursed by Then we had Yayati. Then from Yayati came Yadu. Now, while describing Yadu, I thought I have to cover this verse. It's a very interesting, very nice verse. Apunah prarthaniyasya. It is verse number 23. Prarthitadikadainaha arthinaha prathame tasya charaman paryapurayan. So, at the doorstep of Yadu, Yadu gave rise to a Vamsha called Yaadavaabhyudayam. So, at the doorstep of Yadu, the king, people used to queue up seeking alms, bhiksha. They needed wealth. It could be in the form of cows, it could be in the form of land, it could be in the form of gold, it could be in the form of dhanyam, dhanam, dhanyam, or the earth, whichever way. They all used to queue up. So he says, Apunaha prarthaniyasya prarthitadhikadainaha. He used to give the people who used to seek alms so much. Step 1, that the person doesn't have to seek anymore. See, that's a simple thing, right? So, simple thing, forget about all other forms of wealth distribution, even food. You should serve your guests so much food that they don't ask for more. The quality should be good. So, assuming that the food turns out well in our house that day, and you serve your guest, the guest should not ask because you have served the person, he or she, so much. Apunaha prarthaniyasya. Punaha is again. Apunaha is not again. They should not seek more. This is point number 1. Point number 2, he says, Arthinaha prathametasya charaman paryapurayan. You should give so much in alms to the person who is the recipient, the seeker, in a way that the person who has received it becomes the next Yadu. So he starts distributing it. So the recipient is just not the recipient. The recipient becomes the one who starts giving alms. So he says, Arthinaha prathametasya charaman paryapurayan. So this was a very interesting verse. In that Vamsha came, in Yaadavaabhyudayam came a king called Vasudeva. Vasudeva was also originally called Anakadundubi. So, Anakadundubi is a very interesting name, but have we used that Anakadundubi? Yes, we have used. Where there was a Kavi prior to the Carnatic Trinity called Oothukkaadu Venkatakavi. Oothukkaadu Venkatakavi used to sing a work called Madhava Panchakam. Have you heard of it? Anybody Madhava Panchakam fancier? No? Oh, so we have one there. Hari Hari Madhava Madhusudana Jaya Anakadundu Vibhagyapate Chandraka Charu. It's a beautiful verse called Madhava Panchakam. So every verse he'll say the son of Anakadundubi. So if you pay attention to our works, these names will come. So Vasudeva was married to Devaki. How happy was he? Like Ganga and Yamuna, which meets the ocean. Who is Ganga and Yamuna? Devaki and her co-wife. Who's the co-wife? Rohini. So in Tamil, there is a word called Sakkalatti. Sakkalatti comes from the word Sakalatri. Kalatram is wife. Sakalatri is co-wife. So Sakalatri is Sakkalatti. In Tamil, there is a better word. It is called Matrati. Original word for co-wife is Matrati. Because we want to retrieve old Tamil, right? So, what is the word for pant in Tamil? Kurai. Enda kurai. PVC kurai. It is called Kuppayam. So you should go to a shop and say, Ayya, Kuppayam ullada, Yattagaya Adayil Sayyapatta Kuppayam. He will immediately call. Sir, yenno yaar sir ivar. So Matrati. These are all words that we learn. Now, we should never end up using the word matrati because it should remain only in the book. So, Kaya chida sharirinya vacha vyavasita yatihi devakim vasudevancha kamsaha karama yojayat, says the Acharya. And then he continues, as he continues, Trivedi Madhyadiptaya. I'm skipping a few verses. Tridhamne Panchahetaye Varadaya Namastubhyam Bhyantarhavir Bhuje. O Lord, now Brahma, Bhumi Devi, they are all praying to Bhagavan that something has to happen for your birth. Trivedi Madhyadiptaya. Trivedi Madhyadiptaya. Trivedi. Trivedi Sarvayogyatam Parashara Mukhanvande. Have you heard of this verse? Where? Inge. Trivedi Sarvayogyatam. Where is that verse? Kai tu kinel. Trivedi. Trivedi Sarvayogyatam Parashara Mukhanvande Bhagiratanaye Sthitan Kamalakanta Karunya Ganga Plavita Madvidan Asesha Vighna Shamanam Yengavardu. It comes in the second verse of Daya Shatakam. So Trivedi Madhyadiptaya. So Trivedi, 2-3 ways that we have to derive. Appaya Dikshita says, Trivedi tasya madhye deeptaya trayanam vedanam samaharaha. The one who is denoted as the very quintessence of the esoteric triad, which is the Rig, Yajuhu, Samam. 3 Vedas. So Trivedi. But we have one surname in Uttara Bharatam called Chaturvedi. ये क्या है सर? वो तो चतुर्वेदी है, ये तो 3 वेद है, इसमें क्या एक तो माइनस हो रहा है ना कम हो रहा है, इसमें क्या है? See, this is where if you pay attention for 2 minutes, you can explain this to your children. 1. Vedic truth will come in the form of either prose or poetry. Truth can come in any of the forms. That which comes in the form of prose is Gadyam. Gadyam is prose. What comes as poetry is Padyam. Gadyam, Padyam. Prose, poetry. That mantra, Vedic truth, which is in the form of prose, Gadyam, is called Yajus. Yajus means prose. So how many of you are Yajurvedis here? See? Easy. Because prose, you can write sentences. We are all used to sentences. Maybe we are not great poets. So we are all prose people. So this is Yajurvedam. But the same Vedic truth has to come out in the form of poetry. Because poetry is that which is very enjoyable. See, prose you cannot easily convert that. For example, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So, there's a certain rhythm to the poetry. Once there used to live a king in Nishada. Once there lived... The next line you cannot follow that talam. So prose is not easily singable. Whereas poetry is easily singable. So in poetry also, some of them can sing well, some cannot. Some will say, no sir, let me not sing. Namakku paattu vedna sir, pavam sir ellarum. They pity others. So those of them who do not wish to sing poetry, they like to recite poetry, they all become Rig Vedam. Rig is poetry with no musical talent. Some of them will say, I will sing poetry, I will sing. Then they become Sama Vedam. So pros is Yajurvedam. So you have to remember formula. Tripi jolli paathungo. By the end of the lecture, I will ask questions. See, this is not a forgetting session. It felt so good. I don't want you to feel good. You have to remember. This is not feel good factor. This is not a motivation lecture. How do you feel? Do you feel the air around? The vibe, positivity, let all that electrons, protons and all float. In a traditional Upanyasam, you have to remember. Then don't try Sudoku there too. This is the best Sudoku. Right? This is a Sudoku for us. Right? First, which Vedam is non-singable poetry? Which is singable poetry? Which is prose? Very good. So, these are the three. The fourth one is the essence of all the three. Some mantras from here, some mantras from there. So, you don't have to essentially be accountable for the fourth. That is why you barely have adherence to the fourth. Okay. Now, I asked you, Yajurvedam, who are the followers? How many of you are Rigvedis? We have few Rigvedis. Samavedis. Very good. Atharvana Vedis. Pava Atharvana Vedam. It is like Sarzar Slytherin. Right? Nobody is there for that house. So, the fourth Veda is not that it is less valuable or something. It is a derivative of the first three. So, generally, traditionally, when they refer to the Vedas, they will say Veda Trayi, Trivedi. Trivedi becomes Tripathi. We heard of the surname? Tripathi, Trivedi. These are all synonymous words. When they go to the Vangadesham, they will take another name. Bengal is always different. So, Chattopadhyay, Chatterjee. Have you heard of that? So, then they will settle by Ganga. Gangopadhyaya, Ganguli. Have you heard of these words? These are all Banerjee. Very important name. Now, these are all surnames. Similarly, Trivedi, the one who shines in the middle of the three Vedas. Why did I explain so much? Because somebody will say, why didn't the Ishika talk about four Vedas? That is why. Because the fourth is a derivative of the three. Trivedi Madhyadiptaya, the one who shines in the middle of the three. Tridhamne, the one who is residing in three places. Idana sir, what? Ye kya hai? So, Appaya Dikshita mentions, he says, Tridhamne, Trini dhamani dugdam budhi ravimandala paramapada rupani sthanani asyetri tridhama shabdo bhagavad vachi. He says, Tridhamni dugdam budhi. Ambudhi. What is Ambudhi? Very good. Dugdha? Milk. Milky ocean. Dugdambudhi. Milky ocean. Ravi Mandala. Who is Ravi? Any Ravi here? Yeah, Ravi Mama. See? Ravi Mandala. So he owns one big mandala. The entire system, solar system is Ravi Mandala. Paramapada. Aduna yarin kekamatte. Paramapada, the highest abode of Narayana, Paramapada. So in three places, Shastram says he resides. Paramapada, Ravi Mandala. Because when we do Sandhya Vandanam, Dheyas Sada Savitri Mandala Madhyavarti. Savita is Surya. Surya's other name is Ravi. So Savitri Mandala is Ravi Mandala. The one who stays seated on a lotus amidst the rising sun. So one is Paramapada. Second is Ravi Mandala. Third is Dugdambudhi, Milky Ocean. Alvar says, Tani Kadale, Dugdambudhi. Tani Chudare, Ravi Mandala. Tani Ulage, Paramapada. Tani Kadale, Tani Chudare, Tani Ulage, Yennendru. Dugdambudhi, Ravi Mandala, Paramapada. Tridhamne, three abodes. Trivedi Madhyadiptaya, the one who shines as the quintessence amidst the three Vedas. Rigyaju Samam, the one who stays in the three abodes of Paramapada, Ravi Mandala and the Milky Ocean. Panchahetaye, how does he stay? He stays with 5 weapons. Chakram, Shankham, Gada, Khadgam. Padmam will not come here. The fifth is his bow called Sharngam. Chakram is called Sudarshana. Sudarshana. Very pleasing to look at. Sudarshan means any Sudarshan here? Okay. All of you are Sudarshans. Very pleasing to look at. That is called Sudarshan. Right? Second, Shankham is called Panchajanya. Very beautiful. His Gada, mace, is called Kaumodaki. Very good. His Khadgam, sword. Very good. Nandakam. His bow, Sharngam. Panchahetaye. Andal in this month says, when there is precipitation, it should come in the form of Panchayudhams. When there is a lightning, it should be like Chakram. When there is thunder, it should be like the conch. When the water droplets come from the clouds to earth, it should be as if the arrows have been shot from the bow called Sharngam. Sharngam udaita saramalai pol. So Panchahetaye. Who is the one who is the quintessence of the three Vedas? Who is the one who is staying in three abodes? Who is the one who carries Panchayudams? Varadaya. He is from Kanchipuram. Anybody from Kanchipuram here? Or in and around Kanchipuram? So, Varadaya Namastubhyam. I pay my obeisances to Varadaraja. Bhahyantara Havir Bhuje. Bhya Antara Havir Bhuje. The one who is the receiver of all our oblations. Oblations is the havis that we offer in a yajna, both external and internal. Internal yajna is Sharanagati. External yajna is all that we do with the help of a Vedika and a priest. All that he receives. Ananya Dhina Mahima Swadhina Paravaibhavaha Dayadhina Viharastvam Pranatan Paripahinaha. Now they praise Bhagavan. Stuti Stotarana Priyaha. Have you heard of this? Where does it come? Vishnu Sahasranam. Stuti Stota. He loves to be praised. So let us praise him every day. Okay. So Ananya Dhina Mahima. Ananya Dhina. He is not under the subservience or control of anybody else. Swadhina Paravaibhavaha. Completely independent. That word that most youngsters love. I would love to be independent. Dayadhina Viharastvam. Dayadhina Viharastvam. The one who is the embodiment of compassion. Pranatan Paripahinaha. I pay my salutations to that person.